Okay, I'm going to share with you how you can share your Google Docs. So I'm going to go to a new tab. You could just type in Google Drive and that'll take you to where you can sign into your Drive. Go to your Drive. It's one way you can get to Google Drive. Often I'm pretty lazy, so I just go to a new tab and I hit these 9 dots. And I go to my Drive that way. Okay, and one thing we were running into is people, especially on the autobiography, people were, you did your assignment, but you didn't share it with me so I could see it. So I'm going to just go to let's just create a new one. Google Doc. And one thing I recommend is going up and naming your document right away, because otherwise it'll just go over the top of your latest untitled doc. So this is going to be a sample doc, and I'm sharing Google Documents. And it pretty much works the same whether you're doing Google Docs or slides or forms or drawings, whatever you're doing. But the one step a lot of you missed on the autobiography was to go up to share, and it's set as restricted, so I want to change that to anyone with the link. And within there you have the viewer, so they can just look at it, the commenter, so they can make comments on it, or editor, if you want to collaborate with multiple people and let them be able to change it, you can do that. The editor is what I set for our tech and ed documents, so you can put in your majors and your email and stuff. So I'm going to copy the link. I'm going to hit done. So from there you can go over to like a email or wherever you wanted, and you could do a Control V to paste it. Now right there it's just pasted. If I hit enter, it's going to automatically turn it into a link. So if I were to click on it, I could go right to that link. I still have it copied, so I could also just go down and I could go up to edit and paste. Again, if I hit enter, it'll turn it into a active URL, or I could right click and paste. And again, I want to hit enter, so it turns it into a URL, so whoever's using it doesn't have to highlight it and go put it in a browser and make sure it works. So those are things you can do to share the documents. And when you go in and share them, especially if you're on a K-12, you might have to go through and make sure it's, well, first of all, you don't want it restricted, but anyone with a link in K-12 by default, I think it just shares it with people that are on the K-12. So keep that in mind. So I'm going to copy a link again and then just be done. So that's how you can share a link. I'm going to click back over in this tab to my Drive. Another thing I want you to be aware of is just making folders. You can see I make folders for my different classes or things I'm doing. So, I would suggest making EDU 20, well, I'm going to call it EDU 540 and 2020, not 30, 2020, and then I could put stuff in that folder. Google is, it can get a little bit overwhelming, or Google Drive. I do use the search feature a lot, but again, if you don't name the documents very well, that feature's not that valuable. So, and then I try to save things in specific folders, and you can always just drag things into a folder where it should go. Okay, hope that helps. Have a good night.